welcome back to Afternoon Express, where we have got one member of our musical guest in the kitchen. We have got Jerome from the Rivertones. Are you ready to cook?
Yeah, we go.
Let's go. Dumi, are you confident?
I'm very confident. He was speaking a lot, so I want to see exactly what this is.
Well, let's get trendy. Seeds from sunflower to sesame are bursting onto the 2022 food scene and making their way into crackers, ice cream, cheese, butter, and so much more. Today we're using it in a healthy seed loaf and adding that all-important clover low-fat milk. Dumi, show us, girl.
Now that you've spoken about our clover low-fat milk, I'd like you to just add some of that into the bowl for us then, because Jerome, you're basically going to be making the wet part of our bread. So whenever you're making anything baked, there's the wet part. There's the. That's more than the. Yeah. You can go. Thank you, my darling.
Keep going.
Yeah. So whenever you're baking, there's the wet ingredients, dry ingredients. So you can then mix in the rest of that milk into the bowl that Balisa just has there, and the oil and the honey.
How many spoons? One spoon?
All of it.
Okay.
All of it. Yeah, so in essence, those are the wet ingredients for our bread. We've got some oil, we've got some honey. That's the way the sweetness will come from. But because you're making a seed loaf, you don't want it to be too sweet, because we want to focus on the seeds. And on that seed note, we've got a couple of different seeds that we've got here. We've got sunflower seeds, we've got flax seeds, we've got sesame seeds. It's all just beautiful. But I just want to touch on something. The reason we're going with our clover fresh milk, Balisa, I love the fact that it stays fresh for up to 18 days. And I think every time I see this, it feels like a new thing to say. Yeah. It's like having a cow in your backyard, basically. But all I want to do here is show you the difference of how this bread is different to all the other breads we've made before. We've got, like I mentioned, our sunflower seeds. We've got some flax seeds going in here. Some people might know it as linseed. And we're also going in with sesame seeds. But because there's a singwa, we also need yeast. So I don't know, Jerome, if you know what yeast does in bread.
No. You
don't? All right, so that's why I'm here. So the yeast in a bread basically helps it to, like one of our chefs likes to say, Chef Chart, it wakens up the glutens in your dough. And in this bread, we've got some bread flour, simple bread flour, and then we've also got some bran flour or brown bread flour, and some bran going in there. All of these together are the dry part of our bread or seed loaf that we've put in here. So it's completely up to you if you want to change up the type of seeds. But all I'm saying is that the trend right now is using as much of the seeds as possible. You know, like you said, people make crackers from them. People use them in their pancakes and stuff like that. So we're choosing to go slightly healthier with the seed bread.
Now, something very interesting that I have found online, Jerome, I'm not sure if you've seen a lot of this. So many people, not only South Africans, but people globally, you can just hand that to Dumi. A lot of people globally are truly tending more towards the healthy diet, the healthy way of living. Now, I'm still very slow on joining that train. How are you doing this 2022 with the health?
Well, as you can see, I like eating nice stuff, you know. So yeah, I'll look after the body.
Something a little tasty, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I can assure you that this healthy seed loaf that Dumi has made is truly going to satisfy every craving that you might have. I mean, online, Dumi, I have seen also a lot of people adding seeds into their cheese and their ice cream. I mean, how?
Into their shakes, into their morning smoothies, because of the texture that they bring, because of the nutrients that I bring. It's basically almost like we said, having a cow in your backyard with our clover milk, knowing that you're getting all the nutrition from it, and then it does so much for you. It helps you like have a better day. Like sometimes the breads that we buy from the stores tend to have too many of those chemicals. So knowing that you can make your own bread at home with all these great ingredients that are quality is basically all we need right now.
Another question, Dumi. At the end of the day, I saw you asked Jerome to have heated milk, well, to the touch, and then you also asked me to put some cold wine.
The reason for that is that when we're baking we're using yeast, you want the liquid, whether it's milk, whether it's water, to be lukewarm. You don't want it to be hot. The hotter it is, the more it kills the yeast. So it just has to be lukewarm. I see you nodding over there. Yeah. And another trick I just want to show you, this bread we're making is not the kind that you need. It's a stir bread. It's called a stir bread, which is also a trend right now. So now that it's mixed together, we just pop it into the oven, to a preheated oven that sits at 200 degrees for 20 minutes, and then we drop the temperature to 180 for another 20 minutes.
Okay, stunning. I mean, we've got a taste tester here. Jerome, I would like to kick off your health journey, sir, for 2022. And let's have a taste. Tell me you're honest. true opinion as to how this trend tastes. Dumi, just continue there, girl, while we have a taste.
I shall do so. And then another thing is, if you would like to add more texture, you could definitely add more of the seeds on top, just so it looks more pretty as well. But we're going with a couple of different types of seeds here, like I mentioned. We've got linseed, we've got some sesame. You could add some chia seeds to this as well. You could even add dried fruits and some nuts, just to give your bread more of that texture, you know, when you cut into it. I think you want to, looking at your face, I think you want to say some.
Oh, no, I like it. Very nice.
Okay,
Very
you're
nice.
happy.
It's surprisingly got a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
And that
Very
comes
nice.
from the honey. The honey that we went in there, and I'm not sure if you're feeling the texture from the seeds that we got in there.
Yes.
It's definitely not crunchy. Oh, Jerome is just like, get me to the music. It's fun helping you out in the kitchen. I mean, we're almost there. We're almost at the music time. We just had to make sure that our stomachs are lined before we enter them with that amazing music. And if you want to try this amazing recipe, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. This is just honestly great.
Delicious.
I'll go. But one of you said,
Oh, he's back.
move way.
Clover Fresh Milk.
Made with love by Clover.